Have no fear, Mr. Organic is here. Gotta start from the seed. Everybody see, you know, where I'm at now. The gloriousness, the Corvettes, the beard, the chains, the hoes, the clothes, the crib. But you gotta know where all this shit started. You know what I mean? Like I always say, it's SRTF. You gotta start at the seed to get to the root, get to the tree, and consume the fruit. Shout out to everybody in Organic Nation, man. You see I'm at Stock and Barrel, baby. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the Organic Nation and everybody in the Gargoyle gang. Have no fear, Mr. Organic is definitely here. RIP Nip, man. I'm keeping it sturdy for my dog. Shout out to everybody in the Organic Nation, everybody in the Gargoyle gang, the gang, the gang. Damn. You see the jacket? Oh, y'all can't really come on, man. Gargoyle gang, man. Real prestigious in this thing. Let me park this motherfucking man. Hold on, let me, come on, baby. Don't be sensitive. Let me whip you. Let me get you right. There we go. I know you a Corvette. I know what you is. Let me slide you in that spot just like that. Ooh. Boom. But yeah, you see where we at, man. Stock and Barrel Gun Club, man. The most legendary and prestigious gun club in the world. Actually, this is the second location out in Chaska, Minnesota, man. Let me say, if you understand, shake my hand, comment below and let me know. So, of course, I'm coming back with a legendary review for y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. Yeah, my knee hit the thing and popped the back trunk. Give me y'all some dope shit. Make sure y'all getting some legendary content. That's what I'm here to do. It's all about protecting yourself, also being safe. It's not about being tough, about being gangster. And then I always tell y'all, I'm not gangster, I'm organic. I ain't gangster, I'm a gargoyle. So I'm just gonna give y'all more information so you can protect yourself, be safe, and also have fun with it. You know what I mean? And build a dope collection. That's what it's all about. Shout out to my dog Mike. So I'm gonna step in here right now and y'all gonna see what I got going for y'all. By the thumbnail, you know it's something legendary.com. Give y'all the vet today, huh? Y'all gotta see it. Sometimes y'all gotta get the Serena waking out every day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't need that every day, but you see it though. Keeping it sturdy. You know what I mean? Watch the feet, man. Stock and Barrel Gun Club. Y'all know what it is. If you don't, now you do.
So we're at the club.
Yeah, Stock and Barrel Gun Club.
And we're talking about what I think is the most American firearm ever.
What's that?
Right? And this is a 1911, but it all starts with this right here.
Ooh, that's a big bullet, champion.
It's a big, it's a big 45? Bullet. Yeah, it is a 45 ACP. It stands for automatic Colt pistol. And this round was developed specifically because the U.S. military thought that the 38 round that they had used was not effective against really determined attackers, and particularly it was the Moros in the Philippines who seemed to be walking through the bullets.
They eat the bullets up.
Yeah, and they would just keep going. In fact, and they used machetes and knives, and they'd cut your throat, which is why the Marines started wearing gorgets, which is why they're called leathernecks.
Got all the leather they say right here, man. That's good information. Like that.
All right, so they needed a gun
that's gonna lay down
this round. They wanted something heavier, and it took some time to develop. John Most Browning had come out with a number of different versions of this gun before he finally stumbled upon this. But this is the 1911. It was originally manufactured by Colt, and it is a single action gun. So how it is designed to be carried is just like this, cocked and locked. Right? So it's cocked back here and locked, so you got that safety up.
Nice.
And when you flip that safety, you also have another safety right here.
Oh,
so
grip.
Your grip. And when you squeeze that trigger, it goes. It's a super, super light trigger. So go ahead and feel that gun.
So it's heavy too, straight down.
Oh yeah.
It's that old school.
Yeah. Ooh. And you see how light that trigger is. Talk about what makes a gun accurate. A big part of it is going to be how light that trigger is. So you got a short, light trigger pull. You've got a weapon that can fire fast, and it's heavy. And so
you got to hit somebody, get them up off.
Oh yeah. If you got to pistol whip somebody, the 1911 is a pistol whipping gun.
Yeah.
Right now, when we look at this from the point of view of modern times, so many guns have come now from this gun. Right? When we look at Glocks, when we look at how the barrels work, when we look at the action of those guns, so much of it comes from this firearm and from the mind of John Most Browning.
Shout out to Browning.
Yeah, but modern firearms, you know, they're lighter. They're striker fire guns. They're much easier to take apart. But there is no other gun like this. And this was the U.S. military gun from all the way from 1911. It was adopted by the U.S. military, used in World War I. So the Doughboys had it.
Doughboys.
Right? They brought it.
The Doughboys in the building.
They brought it over there.
Not the Doughboys, you know, I'm from the Doughboys guy.
Yeah, they got the Doughboys brought over, kicked the Kaiser's ass.
Get them about
right? We put it at our soldiers in World War II. Brought it to introduce it to Tojo and to Hitler.
Got them about
right? And Mussolini,
Stalin, and all that.
There you go.
You know what y'all was trying to do.
Yeah.
Got y'all out of there.
Yeah. So, and then we used it in Korea. We used it in Vietnam, and this was the gun that was used right up to the mid 80s. And I'll tell you, when I first joined the military, I was super excited because as a kid, this was my dream gun.
Of course.
I always wanted this gun. This is what I wanted. And I joined the infantry, and I got to the infantry, and by the time I got there, they handed me an M9 Beretta.
Damn.
That was very sad.
They changed it up.
They changed it up on me. But I'm still a 1911. I still think it's the most American firearm.
I think it is too.
Yeah, so it's a really cool gun. It is, you know, when you see a Glock, how you take a Glock apart and
right.
just go pull it, it's gone, right? You can text, drive, and clean your Glock at the same time.
Real simple.
1911 requires a little more attention, right? So one of the first things we've got to do is right on the front of this gun here is a bushing, and that bushing holds that barrel in tight. So you gotta see that.
See that right there?
Right.
Boom, right in your face. See that bushy? Know what it's called?
Bushing.
All in your damn face.
Yep, and you want to take that off, and you got to reduce some spring tension. But this thing is under a ton of spring pressure. So if you're not careful, that will just launch straight across the room.
You don't want to do that.
Right? Now I'll tell you something about this little piece right here, this bushing cap.
Let me show them the bushing cap. Bushing cap all in your mouth.
It may look like a big piece of metal.
Right.
But if you drop this on the floor, I don't care how clean your house is, I don't care how small the room is, it will take you a month to find it, so don't drop it.
Damn, yeah, keep your eye on that bushing.
We're gonna bring this right back to here, and we're gonna push this out. There's a really small notch right there. We're gonna push out this, push that out right there. Now this, I picked the 1911, so this, I picked the NIGHTHAWK 1911, because I knew I was gonna be talking with Mr. Organic.
Damn right.
And Mr. Organic is going to want a standard run
No,
of the
I need
mill.
nothing but the top level shit that people see that like, man, you got 911, Nightbreed, whatever. What's it called?
NIGHTHAWK.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So they want to get their enthusiasm going.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean? I need all the best.
Yep. So you can pick up a 1911 from Rock Island. Okay. And you can get that gun for about $600.
Damn, man.
You can go to Springfield, right? And you can pick up one of their guns for just under $1,000. You can get a Dan Wesson, which is really, really awesome, incredible gun. Right. That's going to run you right around $1,500 to $2 grand. Sturdy. This gun, $4,000.
God damn! Hold on. Shit, I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was like, a regular pistol.
No.
4,000.
So this gun is custom made.
Let me touch it again.
Yeah.
4,000.
This gun is custom made. So one gun, one gunsmith. Right? That's who makes this gun. So it's one gun, one gunsmith. It's one guy who's an expert at what he does. Wow. And when he makes this gun, I mean, he's putting his name on it. Right. He's putting his fingerprints on it. But he's putting his love into the firearm. Yeah, right. And this is one of the few things that's still left in America where you have a true craftsman. No question. Building it for gunsmith. A gunsmith. So somebody who really knows it, who knows the metal. And so when he puts this gun together, I mean, he probably will take this gun apart and put it back together 200 times because he's testing every angle, every feeling. So when you start looking at this gun, you can see all the machining that goes into it, right? All of these,
all the machine work, man. Come on, man. That's big gunsmith shit, man. Yeah. This ain't no regular stuff.
Yeah.
It's 4,000.
Everything just has to be so finely done and finely tuned. All the parts are all billet, right? So everything comes from one piece of metal, and everything's just cut down to to be perfect.
Yeah, so it's almost like they're all like one of ones. Right. How they create them.
Exactly. You want everything to fit together so that as the gun fires, every time that gun fires, so you got 20,000 pounds foot pressure going on, right? And it's caveman toe. Yeah. So I love this. I love 45s because what they say about 45. So this round's only going at about 950 feet per second, so it's slow, but it's big, and it's a short round for as much power as it, and it's been around since 1890. And so, and just like me, sometimes old, fat, slow, and short gets the job done. Right? So I'm a 45.
So you're the 45.
I'm the 45 ACP of human beings, right?
Yeah, I'm a 50
right, there you go. There you go. Perfect. So when we put this gun back together,
you just broke it down so easy.
Yeah, I just broke it down. And again, the first time we break down in 1911, have some patience with yourself, right? I think a lot of times people first try to do it, they get frustrated. There's good reason to be frustrated. It's a very old design. Not a lot of machines that were made 108 years ago are still.
So they call 1911. They really was first made.
First made in 1911. That's crazy. You bet. So
see all this knowledge we're giving y'all. Hope y'all using it the right way.
Yeah. So and you know, basically, I always tell people there's two kinds of people in the world, right? There's people that own 1911s and there's people that hate America. So people just need to decide who they are. Right.
Make your own decision.
Yeah. Who you love.
Right. Who you love.
Now, when you get to this part, so I got the barrel back on there, and you got to push this piece back in here. And what a lot of people try to do is they try to force it, and they just kind of go at the wrong angle, and they end up scratching their gun. Yeah. In fact, it's so common it has a name. It's called the idiot scratch. So you don't want to. Yeah, you do. You do not want to put an idiot scratch on your firearm. Don't do that. All right, now we go back to this part. You're putting the bushing back on. Take care, because once you get that spring, load it in there, right? Be careful.
You want to shoot it back out.
It's going to want to come back out, so you got to make sure you lock it back in there. Always function test your firearm, and you'll notice we cleared it and we checked it before we brought it out here. Before we did that,
safety first.
Now the weapon is clear and back assembled. So when people think it's like, well, I don't know if I want to get a 1911 because it's it's complicated, it's kind of hard to take apart. It's not that hard. You just got to have some time and patience with it. And what you're going to end up with is what I think is the finest firearm ever invented. It just, I mean, feel that in your hand. How does that feel in your hand? Man. I mean, it fits.
It feels like it's $4,000 in my hand.
Yeah.
Like for real.
It just fits.
This is a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people want 1911s, and I'm like, man, it look like nothing. It look like some, you know what I'm saying, regular 1911 ass shit.
Yeah.
I want some shit with some swag on it.
Oh, we can do
that. But now, you can. I see the gold.
Yeah.
I see all that. But we don't get me one. I'm going gold plated type.
Yeah.
Come on.
We can make that happen for you.
But I understand the beauty of this machine.
Yeah.
Now I'm holding it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially the detailed history of this. This is something that every real gun enthusiast should have for 1911.
All right, well, let's head out to the range and throw some rounds.
We can shoot that
there we go. We certainly do.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Now it's shooting time, and in the range, we're in the Caliber Club, by the way, man. Top level.
Now, the thing I love about the 1911 is you can get a 1911 in a lot of different calibers, right? You can get it 9, 40, 380, 38.
Yeah, we got to go big. Yeah,
right?
I'm on 45.
45.
Do it come in 50?
Huh?
Does it come in 50?
Well, there's something similar to it, and then there's a 460 Roland, which is a booming round. Right. So you can definitely get it up ticked, but the 45 is what it was meant
for.
To shoot.
To stop them motherfuckers in the jungle with machetes.
There you go.
Right.
That 45 is a very powerful round, but because it's this, kind of this fat chamber, right? It has a slower burn on the powder, which means it gives you more of a push feeling than that snap feeling that you get from a 9 or a 40.
Nice.
Right? Particularly a 40 or 10 mil, it's very snappy. This is more of a push. And when you see this fired out of a very fast gun, like a Tommy gun, it roars in the way that like a very throaty muscle car roars.
We like muscle cars too.
So we load that weapon.
Okay, load it. 1911, people.
Like that.
That's 4,000 right there, man.
And now the safety's up. And when we shoot it, we actually want to keep our thumb on that safety. However, some folks are left-handed.
That'd be me.
Right? And so this is a little more awkward that you have to put that down with your finger there and then hold it just like you normally would any other firearm.
But if you're right-handed, you want to put the thumb on the safety.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Sure. So I'm going to have you, we'll swap over here.
All right. There we go. Yeah, get my good side, which is all sides.
Yeah, all your sides.
All sides. So put that down.
Yep.
Get that hold.
Yeah, and get that hold just like we worked on before.
Right.
Yep, so it's perfect. If you get your hands just a little bit higher, get your thumb on the frame.
Right there.
And right there on the frame.
Okay.
Control that gun wandering around too much.
Yeah, you want to lock it in and pull it back with the right hand.
Yep. Okay, now go ahead and bring it up to target.
All right.
And you see those sights are kind of black on black sights.
Yeah, I see that.
So they're a little bit sometimes harder to read.
Right.
So what I want you to do is lean forward into it.
Right.
Relax, take up the slack, and there's no slack in that trigger.
Right.
And just give it a squeeze. Right. And you see that gun. First time you're firing it, you're right inside that 8 ring.
Right.
That's pretty cool because that's the first time you're ever shooting
Come
this
on
gun.
now, first time shooting a big 45 in
Yeah.
8 ring. That boy.
So it is a very light trigger. So go ahead and keep firing that weapon.
Here we go. Y'all ready
Yep.
for this? Let's go, champ.
Good. All right, so we're firing it fast. Yep. Gun down, gun down. So we always put the gun down.
Always, yeah.
Always put the gun down, right?
It's cool.
Yeah. So that when that brass will come out fast, right? And that brass is hot. It's really, really hot. We just want to make sure.
About to scalp off.
There you go. What I liked is you kept the weapon down range the whole time.
Yeah.
Always keep that weapon down range. So that was great. That was great. But yeah, it's hot. I had one do that to me where it went down the back of my shirt.
Right.
And then went right. My shirt was tucked in, so it went. It followed the track.
All the way down to the
Not good. So now how'd that feel?
Oh, it felt
How'd that
great.
feel, right?
It felt great. Let's just pull it in.
So
Great, but at the end, like I said,
yeah.
that shit jumped down my back. So
So
the first ones I
we
was
started off doing really, really well, and we walked those first couple rounds, and then the brass went down your shirt.
So don't think my aim was
Right?
there.
No, we went like this. So we went boom, boom, and then down, and then the brass caused him to go back up and hit the scalp.
But we got him.
Yeah.
He out of there hit that though, right?
Now, here's the cool part about this, right? We want that gun. We want that gun to stitch down.
Right.
Right? We don't want the rounds to be rising up where we're losing control
Gotcha.
of the firearm. If we're having the rounds continually going down, we'd be following a target because targets aren't going to fly on us.
That's true.
They're going to fall. So this is absolutely fantastic,
Good
right?
job.
And the first time running that gun,
First time running that
fast
big
and hard.
1911.
Now the nice thing about 1911 is it's nice to shoot, right?
Right.
It's got that pleasant
Super.
push.
It feels like
Yeah, the NIGHTHAWK, because it's so tight, it actually takes away a lot of the recoil feeling in the hand. And you know, I mean, you run 1,000 rounds with this gun, right? And you're going to get all those shots. So you just need time on trigger.
First day, man. It's the first
Yeah.
day. NIGHTHAWK, man. 1911. Legendary pistol right there, man.
Perfect.
Shout out to my Stock and Barrel Gun Club. We're in the Caliber Club. Make sure you sign up. Hey, subscribe to their YouTube channel. We're going to build it all the way from the ground up. Pay attention to greatness, man. This is my man, Mike. He's a legend. I'm Mr. Organic, a.k.a. Kount Draco. That's the NIGHTHAWK 911. Huh, we out of here. All right, so listen up, man. Y'all seen what happened in there. That brass jumped down my neck. That's a very, very special point we want to make about it because people get carried away when something wrong happens and you can lose control and get hurt when it happens. But luckily, I got a lot of training, you know what I'm saying, in my mind. So I knew to keep the gun down, to keep it down to the shooting range and not turn it at nobody because bad stuff happens, right? Tell them what happened before, Mike.
Yeah, so in Florida about 3 years ago, dude was shooting, he got brass down the back of his shirt, just like what happened today. But instead of keeping the gun down range, instead of putting the gun on the ground, he just went, oh, it's hot. And he put the gun behind him, gun went off and killed his 13-year-old son.
Damn.
And other accidents like this have happened at ranges where people have not necessarily killed somebody, but they've shot
For sure.
behind them. And you know, I've seen range safety officers have rounds go within this far of their feet because people get that brass and they want to do this. And it's no joke. The brass is hot, man. Brass is really, really
Especially for a big 45 1911.
Brass is hot. Lead is so much hotter.
But yeah, that bullet gonna be even hotter.
Right? So you definitely, when that happens, and you can get it, I've caught brass through my glasses in my eye, right? And that's just downright distracting.
Right.
When you start hearing your eyes sizzle. Right?
For sure.
You know, put that weapon.
Boiling the eye juice.
Yeah. Put that weapon down, and that way you are addressing the issue safely with your complete attention. And this is true anytime you are at a range and something happens that distracts you, a ceasefire call, an emergency call, an evacuation call, or there's some kind of nonsense or chaos going on around you,
put that gun down, get
out of your hand and address the situation.
Right, and like Mike did a great job too, because I did have the gun down and low, but still he told me to get it out of my hand, and I listened to him put it down. So he did a great job, and I think I did a great job, right?
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
It's a great learning lesson, because like I said, we having fun, we learn how to shoot, but at the same time, you gotta know safety is the most important thing.
Yeah,
because people die from accidents all the time, man.
Things happen with guns, and when we're talking about firearms, a lot of times, particularly for me, my focus is working with civilians on defensive training. So I'm talking about people who have to utilize that weapon under a high degree of stress, right? Who aren't training for it, who aren't looking for it, who aren't, they're not law enforcement, they're not military, and they still need to have a firearm to defend themselves with. When I'm talking about using the firearm under stress to defend yourself with, I'm still talking about utilizing it safely. I mean, obviously not safe for your attacker,
right.
but it's got to be safe for
you.
everybody else.
Damn right.
So we learn how to manipulate a firearm. We're learning how to do it safely, even if our head is on fire.
Damn right. And my neck was smoking. I got a tattoo to cover that up, man. Yeah. But hey, man, we out here for real this time, man. Stock and Barrel Club. Make sure you subscribe to the link below, the YouTube channel below, Instagram, and all that good stuff, man. We out. Tell them we out, Mike.
We out.
3 of them.